I have written down here that you also said that you were a financial girly, and you also mentioned a Roth IRA, and I actually love talking about finances. I don't know if
Yes.
people
Oh,
know that, so just
yes.
wanted to kind of like being a financial girly. I feel like we don't talk about finances just generally as people in public health.
Hmm.
What are some of the maybe like things that you wish you knew younger around finances?
Yeah. I wish I knew the importance of a budget. Having a budget is so important. I wish I knew more about investing. I don't have any student loan debt. I went to, CUNY, and then I went to SUNY, and being in CUNY, they give you a lot of like grants, and you get scholarships and those kinds of things. And sometimes you get refund checks. And I wish that I would have invested it in, something. At the time you turn 18, you can start investing. So I wish I knew about that and really budgeting. That's something for sure I wish that I knew about. I wish I knew about all the great books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, um, or like the podcasts, like the Anthony O'Neill podcast, or like the Better Wallet course, um, who just talk about all these great things about, saving and investing. Those are the things that I wish I knew. But I know now, and I love to tell my friends about it, or the importance of life insurance. Oh, like getting life insurance at a younger age, the quote is like even better. But it's a lot of things that our parents didn't know. So, we learn from the internet. Like I learned a lot of these things from YouTube, and well, at that time it wasn't really TikTok, mainly YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you for sharing that. And I think that's a sentiment that many people do feel like I wish I invested earlier. I wish I knew about these things.
Yeah.
And I think like just us having this conversation here is helpful and hopefully it prompts someone to like do some more research to learn a little bit more about it and get more involved in your finances because it is something that we miss, but it's tied to health as well. It's tied to your well being as a person. So it's
Absolutely.
something that's very important.
Yeah. And another thing too is a high yield savings account. Oh my. What? I would have, the pennies that they give me in my regular bank is ridiculous.
That's real.
I could, oh my gosh. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Put your money in a high yield savings account immediately. I'm telling you. Just please.
Absolutely. I closed my Bank of America savings account when I learned the disparity
Yeah.
in the interest rate that they are paying you compared to like Capital One or SoFi. Hopefully by this time this episode is released, I'll have a promotion code for SoFi. Join below, join a high yield savings account. I also that's where my high yield savings account is right now.
Nice. Yeah. I have mine at Ally. But SoFi I've heard great things about too as well. So yeah, when I found out, I took my money out of Citibank immediately. I still kept it there, but the savings is in Ally. Um,
Same.
and that interest is there. Interest rate is high right now. We're in a good space. We're not
Right.
complaining.
Right. Maybe a few years ago it didn't matter too much, but where the interest rate is now, the yield that you get on high yield savings account makes a lot of sense. It's like four plus point percentage points. So
Yeah.
it's a lot more than the 0.01 that the bigger banks are giving you. So definitely switch across to high yield saving. Hopefully there's a link below by SoFi by now, but if not, just join SoFi.
Yeah.
And then before we move on, where can people connect with you and connect with the virtual collab?
Yeah. So on Instagram, it's Chelsea Yavanda, Yvanda. I think there's an underscore. Or it's underscore the virtual collab by CY. Same on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the virtual collab by CY. That's where you can connect with me.
Awesome. And I'll be sure to link those in the show notes. Your LinkedIn will be linked in the description, but the show notes will have all the other links there. So definitely check those out.